Hi Bookiez! Today I have a very exciting video for y'all and it's quite educational as well. Thank me later, I guess. So for this video, I'm gonna be showing you guys how I make my Gel X nails look like they're acrylics. And as you guys can see, I mean, like, get a grip of that. Come on. That's literally gorge. I'm gonna be teaching you guys removal, application, prep, and many more. Basically the whole nine. Also, if you guys are new, hey, my name's Zen. I'm super curious about this, but if you can only do one color for the rest of your life, which would you pick? I feel like for me personally, it's either a sheer pink or a beige nude like this. Sound off below. If y'all want to know how I did these nails, keep on watching. So these were my last sets and these are about almost a month old. So you guys know I'm not playing when it comes to retention. So what you're seeing me do right here is that I'm clipping up the excess tips so that I can remove them fully. And since we're gonna be dealing with a lot of dust and you don't want to smoke a line of it, we're gonna be using a dust collector, yay! I will be linking the nail bit that I'm using for removal right here, and for transparency, they are affiliate links, but technically you're supporting me, so you know, I guess it ain't that bad. And if y'all are wondering, I'm using 35,000 RPM for this one because what I've noticed is that if you use lower RPMs, it tends to skid and we don't want that. You guys have to be very careful when doing this. Practice on a potato or something, I'm not sure. Just make sure that you don't hurt yourself because I will not be held liable. Yeah, I'm not gonna be held liable if you're gonna hurt yourself, okay? If you're planning to invest in an e-file and you know that you're gonna use it for a long time, please make sure that it both caters to forward and reverse directions because that's gonna come in handy, especially if you're gonna do your own nails. What you're seeing right now is in reverse direction, and when I switch over to my other hand, it's gonna be on forward direction. It might take a few practice or even bruises for you to actually do your dominant hand. As you guys can see, I'm shaking. But baby, if you master doing your dominant hand, you will be on top of the world. Yes, similar to that Karen Carpenter song, that one, yeah. So after removing majority of the bulk, we're gonna be soaking our nails. I'm gonna be using these pre-made foils. You will never catch me buying regular foils at a supermarket again because you will get looks, okay? You can either find these on Amazon, but I buy them from Shein. It's very cheap. I also really hate using those clips because I'm lazy. Like, I just can't be cleaning stuff after using it. So I have to use it and dispose it. That's it. After putting all of them in, we're just gonna let it soak for 10 minutes.
One eternity later.
To remove the remaining gel that we soaked off, I'm gonna be using this Orly pusher, and it's really easy to remove it, guys. You don't have to apply much pressure. I just look like I'm struggling from the bubonic plague because I'm shaky. That's all. I'm not applying much pressure, I'm just shaky, okay? Prep time. So first we're gonna be pushing our cuticles. I'm gonna be using the same cuticle pusher, by the way. I don't really mind. I am opening my proximal fold right here because I will be doing a Russian manicure, which I'll be showing you guys. This is a cuticle flame bit and I'm only gonna be using it on 7 to 8 RPM. You don't go crazy with this one, okay? Don't go crazy with this one because this will damage your cuticle if you are reckless. As per what's happening on the screen, the electronic nail file is spinning at 7,000 rotations per minute going forward direction. This is how they teach us in Russia before they smuggle us to the United States, so don't question it. I will be switching my e-file to reverse direction and switching my motion to the right side of my cuticle. I will be cutting my cuticles because this is how we do it in Russia. If you don't cut your cuticles, we cut your intestines. To be fair, this is not a necessary step, guys. You can fully skip it. I just do it for aesthetic purposes. If you ever do it, sign a waiver and leave me out of it. Okay. I will be linking my scissoring video, my scissoring scissors on my description down below. If you want to support a southern mama too, please use my links. I'm gonna be sizing my tips. I am a loyal Acrylic tip user. I'm using medium square natural. We are gonna be doing the overlay methods. You don't have to shove your tips all the way down your cuticles. You just have to make sure that your tips fit sidewall to sidewall, and boom shakalaka! I will be etching my Gel-X tips because I like to etch. Applying grit to the back end of your Gel-X tips would really help with adhesion, and it would really help your retention. I am going to be using the same logic to my natural nail. You can use a nail buffer for this one. I just prefer using this because it's faster. I'm setting my RPM to 2,000 rotation per minute. These two just work for me. I'm using the Marovan Nail Prep Dehydrator and Extra Strength Primer. I'm using the dehydrator first, and you know that your prep is good if it comes out dry like that. I do find that you can be very messy with the dehydrator, but when it comes to the primer, you have to be really careful that you don't get that on your skin and that you only apply just enough. Tendency is that if you go a little bit overboard with the primer, it tends to peel, and we don't like peeling. Ew. I do not use the term holy grail very lightly, but this product has single-handedly satisfied me more than my exes combined. This gelish foundation flex has made my retention span for a month. Honestly, they have to sponsor me at this point. Please tag them in the comments, guys. But seriously though, using some form of rubber-based gel as your base really helps when it comes to retention, because when you stub your fingers or your nails, it won't snap, it would just bend. I'm gonna be adding a layer of glue. I'm not super particular with the glue that I'm using. I used to use a Prey. I'm using this one. It's a low curl brand. I don't really mind. Use whatever glue you want. It should be okay. Using a motion-censored flash cure lamp like this will save you from your sins, trust me. Time to apply the Gel-X tips. I'm gonna be applying a thin strip of glue and a big blobbity blob of that glue, and applying it really close but not directly on the cuticles. And then I'm gonna press it in, and then we're just gonna flash cure it. This might burn, and I'm sorry. It's a natural reaction. You can't blame anyone. Very important, but you have to cure everything on a big UV lamp because flash cure lamps do not fully cure gel. Shaping, dare I say, would be the most important part of this video because it will be the catalyst of your nails looking like acrylics. You have to angle your nail files the way I'm doing it, and I know that you're not straight, but make sure the lines are straight, okay? Big emphasis on how you shape the edge, just like this one on the screen. You're seeing it right now. It's happening in 4K.
I'm still learning how to live as an adult person. Little me put an older version, dealing with a few extra burdens, cause nothing's certain. And 2,000 babies aren't the babies anymore. I'm getting older, but who's really keeping score?
Okay, so we're gonna be blending our tips to our natural nails, and I'm gonna be using a mandrel bit for this one because it's more gentler than an actual metal, I don't know what those bits are called, but it's metal. Again, I just want to remind y'all, because I love y'all so much, make sure that you don't apply too much pressure, okay? This will very easily result in rings of fire if you're not careful, so you know, just keep that in mind. I'm gonna be applying some texture or grit to the tips just to make sure that the gels on top of it would stick better. This part is very important if you want to make your nails look seamless. I am making use of 100% pure acetone stolen from the Queen's undergarments using brush 245454645. Oh my gosh, you guys remember John McClane? Memory unlocked. You just can't tell me you're not mind blown for how natural it looks. Come on now. Okay, so we're gonna be building the apex. I'm gonna be using this Orly Gel Effects Builder in a Bottle by Bob the Builder. I'm gonna be applying a thin slip layer first, and I'm gonna be adding a bigger bulk of that on the top part, which is gonna be my apex. You can customize this to whichever direction you want. Then we're just gonna be flipping it down under and take advantage of gravity to pull the apex to its place. And we're just gonna be flash curing it to make sure that it stays in place. And now you have to do that to 9 other fingers, so good luck.
I'm still learning how to live as an adult person. Little me put an older version, dealing with a few extra burdens, cause nothing's certain. And 2,000 babies aren't the babies anymore. I'm getting older, but who's really keeping score? It's all a numbers game.
And of course, as with any other gel, we're just gonna be curing everything on the UV lamp for 60 seconds. I have been obsessed with this shade from Melody Susie. This is 377 and it's their HEMA free version. I'm not sponsored, by the way, but I really love this color. It's just giving vintage, sophisticated woman. You can't argue with that. Do ignore the cloudy white tip. I was applying a sheer color already and I didn't like it, so that's why I'm applying this over it.
just wanna be childish.
I don't know what type of crack they put on this top coat, but this does not scratch. It stays shiny for a month and it's just so durable. This is the Amuse Gleaming Top Gel, and this is a hard gel type of top coat, so that's why it's very durable. I am not kidding. I have backups upon backups of this to make sure that I don't run out.
Missing the old days, they were so simple now. They're all memories. Honestly, I can't believe 2000 babies aren't the babies anymore. I'm getting older, but who's really keeping score? It's all a numbers game, 'cause I still feel the same. The only thing that's changed is that I've lived a few extra days.
Okay, so after the hell that we put our hands through, we're just gonna be pampering it. I'm gonna be using this Cusio Natural, of course. That's just my favorite. Nothing has ever topped this cuticle oil, guys. I tried venturing out, but I just keep running back to it, you know? It's just my main bee. And of course, my favorite hand cream. You know I love this because of how beat up it looks like already. And I like to give myself a little massage, you know, a little massage je ne sais quoi here and there, you know?
I'm still learning how to live as an adult person. Little me, but an older version. Dealing with a few extra burdens, 'cause nothing's certain. And 2000.
So that's it, guys. That's the whole video. That's how I make my nails look like they're acrylics, even though they're just gel X. I hope you guys learned something from this. And if you ever recreated it, please tag me on Instagram. But yeah, I hope you guys love this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!